Now, police have ordered the family of former President Uhuru Kenyatta to surrender all firearms in their possession to the Central Firearms Bureau of the National Police Service. A video recording shows police officers who claim to have been instructed by the chairperson of the Firearms Licensing Board, Yaqub Rashid, to demand that the family surrenders a total of 28 firearms owned by the former president's children. Now, the order comes even as the former head of state defended his family, maintaining that they followed the right procedure to obtain licenses to hold the firearms. Safin Acheng Oma reports.
This was Friday evening when police officers raided the home of Jomo Kenyatta, the first son of former President Uhuru Kenyatta, in Karen, Nairobi.
Where is the leader of the team?
They have gone.
They have just taken up.
Citizen TV has obtained a video recording of officers explaining that they were acting under instructions from the chairperson of the Firearms Licensing Board, Yaqub Rashid, who demanded that the family surrenders a total of 28 firearms owned by Uhuru's 3 sons.
He owes, as per the records, he owes 3 firearms. He has a 1 shotgun, he has a rifle, a pistol. These firearms, among others, it's a total of 28 firearms. 28 firearms. They are required to be returned back to Central Firearms Bureau.
Yes.
I've talked to Mr. Rashid, who said the family can organize. Because the holders are different people. You can see that in Nigeria, all sides, Kenyatta owes 12. Kenyatta is only the older son, owes 3.
In the video, the officers do not give details of the reason behind the order, only stating that the firearms need to be returned to whoever licensed them.
They organize these firearms, they take them out to the police, processing the firearms. That's the message which I brought here.
Such orders, according to Section 8 of the Firearms Act, need to be issued in writing by a licensing officer who needs to, by notice, require the holder to surrender the firearm certificate within 14 days. However, the family lawyer confirmed that the order was not in writing but a verbal directive from the chief licensing officer.
The request we made is simple. Because the order was verbal, we are happy to meet the chief licensing officer on Monday morning at 9, since the offices are closed tomorrow, to be able to understand the request and to also be able to understand how is it that we can facilitate that process, that's all.
The officers explained that they were directed that the verbal message was enough.
Tried to bring that issue and say, no, verbal information is enough. They are not being represented by the police. They are being taken back to whoever licensed them.
The Firearms Act restricts one from holding a firearm when drunk and disorderly without a validly renewed license when a gun holder is believed to be a threat to public safety and peace, as well as storing a gun carelessly in a manner that may endanger others. According to the Act, a firearm certificate may be revoked if the licensing officer is satisfied that the holder is prohibited by or under this Act from possessing a firearm to which the firearm certificate relates, shows a lack of self-control or habits of unsound mind, or is otherwise unfit to be entrusted with a firearm, or if the holder fails to comply with a notice requiring him to deliver up the firearm certificate.
How many people are licensed to hold weapons in this country? Yeah? Did they not follow the right procedure? Tell us, tell the world. If it's a question of illegal weapons, then tell the world, yeah, these people have illegal weapons, right? But if they are licensed weapons, how many people in Kenya have licensed weapons, even foreigners? All right? See, they followed the procedure, right? See, you withdrew their security, so they're not supposed to defend themselves. What do you want now? What more do you want?
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki confirmed raiding 3 homes in Nairobi's Karen area in search of 23 firearms allegedly used to perpetrate illegal operations in the country during the ongoing anti-government protests. In a statement to newsrooms on Friday night, Kindiki said security agencies had been tasked to search the area as part of a broader operation which seeks to weed out civilian firearm holders and leaders of known criminal gangs. Former President Kenyatta decried alleged harassment of his family, calling out the government for what he termed as an attempt to intimidate those closest to him instead of just going for him directly.
I asked myself, what does this government want? Because if it wants me, the fact that I've been silent doesn't mean I'm scared. Come for me. What does my mother have to do with anything? What does my children have to do with anything? Kama shida yenu ni mimi, I'm here.
Safin Achieng Ouma, Citizen TV.